Fellas, what are we doing? We don't have time for intros today. We gotta get a shiny, fellas. What's up? It is the final day, the final 2 hours even, of the Team Mr. War within PokeMMO. I think it's the 7th annual or biannual Team Mr. Shiny War. I am bringing back egg ticking, boys. I'm heading over to Triagonal as fast as I possibly can, but hatching my eggs is honestly one of my biggest priorities. But any points is a big priority because right now, there's 2 hours. Keep in mind, there are 2 hours left in the event. And can you guess the point differential in the team? It is a 3-point difference. The score is currently 115 to 118. And we are behind. My team, Team Pikachu versus Team Meowth, is behind by 3 points. 3 points. That's one shiny. That's 1/10 of an egg shiny. Like, we could crush this. We could actually go hard. I'll have to double check the Team Mr. scoring to make sure, because I'm getting those confused with official war for sure, but this could be anybody's game. With 2 hours left in a competition like this, I know that people are cranking out encounters like crazy. I think a ×5 Horde shiny is 1 point. So that'd be one big massive point. If I were to get a Triagonal, if I were to get an egg shiny, it would just win the whole tournament. If anybody got an egg shiny, it would probably take the lead to such an extent that it was irrecoverable. 1 point? Wait, is it a 1 point difference? No way. No, ×5 hordes are 1 point. Yeah, right. We were just tied. Oh my god. So the Discord is actually not updated. We're even closer than I thought. It's a 1 point game. Surely you're joking. I've never seen it be a 1 point game with 2 hours left. I've seen close and intense competitions. This is the closest and most intense Team Mr. Shiny War I've ever seen out of 7 Shiny Wars. That's insane. Good luck to everybody. We'll see what we can do today. That's unbelievable. Yeah, just to make it as clear as day, this is not the end of the official war. There is currently 2 Shiny Wars happening right now at once. So there is Team Mr. War, and there's also the official war. The Team Mr. War, which is a 1-week war, is ending today at 1 p.m. So in around 2 hours or so. The official Shiny War in PokeMMO is a 2-month event for some reason. So we still have until like the end of September for that one. Yeah, it's easy for me to sit here and critique, but I definitely do, you know, not having to have had to plan the event, but I definitely do feel like 2 months for official Shiny War in PokeMMO is way too long. The more I've thought about it, and the more, now that we're almost 3 weeks in, I'm sitting here like, and I'm a consistency guy. I'm having trouble like staying like consistent, motivated every single day. It just feels draining. And then what else? It's just when you think about it, right? If it's an annual Shiny War, right? Official one every year, and it's 2 months every year, that's 1/6 of the year being Shiny Wars, right? And then when it's not Shiny Wars, you're probably preparing for Shiny Wars. Like, just the Shiny Wars time isn't the only time you're actually mentally thinking about Shiny Wars. Like, if the shiny, you know, you're preparing for it year round, honestly, passively, maybe like hard prepping for it for like a month or 2 months in advance, making eggs and stuff like that. But if it's 1/6, that is 16.67% of the year being Shiny Wars. 16% of the year being Shiny Wars. If the event is 2 months every single year, that's too much, man. And I love Shiny hunting. I love Shiny Wars, but that's too much. I think it's way too long. But I understand you want it to be long to alienate as much elements of RNG as possible, right? You want it to be a consistent thing, but 2 months every year is, I think, cutting it in half to 1 month. I think 1 month would be based. I think 1 month once a year, and even that's still like pushing 10% of the year being Shiny Wars. And I think that becomes reasonable, you know? That becomes a little more reasonable. I think 1 month for a Shiny War would even out pretty something kind of smooth. But yeah, the more I've participated and thought, I think 2 months is way too long. Let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments. Honestly, I wish it was 1 month. Yeah, I think 2 months. I get, like, you want it to even out the RNG. I get it, and like have it be a consistency and more. It makes it more skill based the longer it goes on. But man, I would rather, as someone who may not have always the best RNG and has been dry for most of this war, I would rather adhere to the RNG. Dude, fuck it. Like, some years, someone might get a little luckier and win, but usually it'll be a very skill-based thing. Dude, this was 2 months was crazy. Yeah, I can't imagine. Surely it's a burnout. I can't imagine how many players. Also, yeah, dude, what the? Imagine playing Shiny Wars. I'm gonna be cooked, boys. Imagine playing Shiny Wars like 10 to 14 hours a day, right? And then we're about to like head into the anniversary event. Like, what am I supposed to do? Like, I'm gonna have to reach a point where, or sorry, like did I say the event season, right? Event season is coming up. Like, I usually start preparing for event season in September, and the event won't even end until the end of September. Like, I'm so cooked. Like, I don't know. And I'm sure the devs and the staff have been making all these. So they keep. What happens is there's all these casual players crying about the lack of content, which I understand, and I understand their perspective, and there's a good argument there. But then us hardcore players are like, please, less content. I'm begging, please. You're suffocating us, like, because we want to do everything, right? So we're over here, like, actually, like, up to our fucking, like, drowning in content, up to our eyeballs. And we're like, please, take it easy on us. No more events, please. And then the casual players are like, oh, I'm so bored. Oh, I don't even actually play the game or log in. Oh, but I'm so bored. And dude, oh my, it's fucking, whew. I feel like we're in a tough time. We got a lot of game to play, boys. We got a lot of game to play. I'm gonna keep playing. I'm gonna do Shiny Wars. I'm gonna try to prep for event season as much as possible. Event season consisting of Halloween, Christmas, Lunar New Year event, etc., etc. We're gonna see a lot. We're gonna see a lot happen. We got a lot to do. All I can do is get working, right? 2 months wouldn't feel so bad if the point system was balanced better. Being locked to only a few horde spots to be competitive is burning me out the most. Yeah, I get what you're saying. And like, I'm not trying to, I feel bad because, like, honestly, Park did a fantastic, amazing job throwing all of this together, especially in the months that he had to, and having to push it to the devs and convince the devs. Like, there was a lot of work from a lot of incredible PokeMMO staff members. So I'm not trying to like dick on them. It's easy for us to like. And I'm sure, like, it's more so like we just needed to test it. We needed to play test. There's a reason why people hire game testers and play testers, because we needed to see at a mass scale how the event would play out. So now that we actually, it's more like, yeah, now that we've played the event, now we can make adjustments. This was just the first ever Shiny War. It makes sense. If this event went over 100% swimmingly, that would be a pretty like human anomaly. Absolutely. Like, yeah. So I think it's important to say that, I guess. But yeah, I think it's interesting. I'm sure next year, the more and more Shiny Wars we have, the more and more sort of kinks will iron out, and I'm sure the better and better it will get. This was the first year. I still think the first year was really good. I wish the community sentiment around it, and I wish information was given more clear. I actually want to do like a whole, I want to start a PokeMMO podcast decently soon, and I want to do a whole segment talking about this, talking about the, like, there was so much misinformation and miscommunication that frustrated players, and it sucked because if we just cleared that up, players would have been less upset. But so much of it stemmed from lack of information and jumping to conclusions and assumptions. The biggest one being that people were like, oh, people are really mad that, like, instead of raids or the anniversary event, we got Shiny Wars. When in reality, Shiny Wars didn't take place. Didn't take the place of raids or the anniversary event. It didn't take up any development time. The only dev time that's actually going to be taken for Shiny Wars is at the very end when they go back and check through everybody's account. Shiny Wars was an idea entirely built and crafted by staff members and community managers like Park, who don't actually code or work on the game. So it actually took 0 dev time. But because an update came out that wasn't raids or anniversary event, which is what the large overarching community wanted, which is fair, they like tore, instead of expressing, hey, you know, it's, you know, I was really looking forward to raid/anniversary event, I'm kind of bummed that update isn't here yet, they tore down this event instead, and that was really sad to see. That was like the biggest frustration. It sucks because this event is such a cool thing, and it kind of like just lost from the jump because people were tearing it down from the jump, which was super unfortunate. But also, I think maybe that sentiment, once again, like, maybe that sentiment just seems louder than what it actually was, because I read YouTube comments, and YouTube comments are hit or miss. You're either like a really nice guy, you know, leaving a really nice comment, or you're leaving a really good, well-written critique, or you're spamming like an ape smashing their keyboard. You know, there's kind of like no in between. I kind of feel like Team Mr. War kind of got thrown on the back burner. I didn't even see it go over the draft or anything. It kind of did. I'm not gonna lie. I love Team Mr. I love it so much, But official war, and I said this a million times, official war took my priority, and it always was going to. And I told all the people who drafted me and all the it's aptly. We watched the draft live. Rumel hosted the draft this year, and I watched his stream live on my stream. So we did watch it and go over it to a bit of extent, but definitely got distracted and didn't really cover each pick, unfortunately. But if you want to watch the full VOD of the draft, I loved fantasy drafting, and drafting players is one of the most fun, enjoyable things to me. It's so amazing. And I think it's one of the coolest things we do in PokeMMO is like do a Shiny Wars draft, like a fantasy draft is so fun. Go check out Rumel's either YouTube channel, or I'm sure they'll have a VOD on Twitch for sure. I heard Green Cat making a comeback. Is this true? From what I've heard, and he's been in my chat, and I'm happy to see him back, dude. I love that guy, so I'm excited, dude. We'll see what happens. Yeah, and I guess for reference / qualifications, I'm not the only one prioritizing, like, you know, official war over Team Mr. War. If we check the, you can tell based on how many cryogonals we have, and if you check the last shinies gotten in Team Mr., literally the last 5 shinies that have been gotten are Cubchoos and cryogonals. And then the other ones are Venopedes, which are also Zoroa Hunter spots, are also official wars, really good spots. And then cryogonal, I'm pretty sure, like, almost every single shiny that people have gotten, honestly, throughout official wars is also in line with, or sorry, throughout Mr. War is also in line with official war. Like, it's all very, 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 the last, for example, the last 4 shinies have literally all been cryogonals. Ginger Mat with a cryogonal, RX rare, a rare with a cryogonal, Epoch cryogonal, Warvik cryogonal, like, everybody's just been going for cryogonals. So yeah, I think most people are kind of doing both, but I definitely am prioritizing long-term inconsistency with the official war. Pat, we got 100 total shinies in Mr. War, by the way. That's amazing. That's so cool. Are we on 100 right now exactly? Right before the end? That's so sick, dude. We're talking about energy drinks and how, in my opinion, I think 90% of Rockstar is ass, but hilariously, that this is like the only, I actually really like this one. This is the only one I usually drink, is the Rockstar like Pure Zero Silver Ice. I think these are honestly fantastic. They kind of just taste like white monsters, the meme. But food take of the day. You know what energy drink I miss? There's an energy drink that like used to exist and I feel like it was one of the big 3, if not big 4 energy drinks of like the early 2000s, and I feel like it's totally gone away. Does anybody remember Amp? I feel like Amp used to be like a top 4 like energy drink. Amp energy drink. Like, I feel like it was like Monster, like back in the day, it was like Monster, Red Bull, Rockstar, and Amp. That was like the 4, right? I feel like that was it. And then maybe like Full Throttle. Like Full Throttle was one of the only other options back in the day of like older energy drinks. But other than that, like, yeah, Amp. I guess Amp. Oh, is Amp owned by Mountain Dew? That's so interesting. But yeah, I feel. What the heck happened to Amp? It used to have such a specific look as well. I don't know, I miss Amp. That's the one I miss. Oh, and NOS. I forgot about NOS was around back then. NOS, N-O-S, is an OG energy. NOS is the funniest of energy drinks, I feel like, because it is literally advertised to be like car NOS. Like you're like drinking car liquid, which is hilarious to me. Like it's supposed to like, you're supposed to like hit the NOS button, like in fucking Fast and Furious. Yeah, NOS gave me heart palpitations. That one does not surprise me. That NOS actually seems like a post-apocalyptic like joke, like Fallout level energy drink. Okay, so for the record, the official score right now is 119 for Team Meowth and 118 for Pika. It is a 1-point game. A ×5 horde shiny is 1 point. If Team Pikachu's, we've never seen sudden death in Team Mr. War, have we? I just realized this could go into sudden death, boys. That would actually be insane. For those who don't know, sudden death, if it ends in a tie, I believe sudden death is if the event ends in a tie, it's whatever team gets a shiny first wins. Whatever team gets the next shiny first, I believe, after. We've never seen, I'm pretty sure, sudden death in Team Mr. Shiny Wars history. We'd be making history. This could be incredible. Yeah, I was about to say, so I actually can't pop Mysterious Balls do not count for Team Mr. War. That's actually, yeah. For Team Mr. War, for official wars, they are allowed, which is a very, like, controversial call. For Team Mr. War, Mysterious Balls are banned. So there will be no popping of Mysterious Balls in the last few minutes trying to tie or trying to pull out a last-minute win. So it'll straight up be just the harder shunter gets it. This is so sad. This is a newer player. I mean, it's 643 in-game hours, a lot of hours. Not really, you know, not really new, but this is his first ever shiny, right? This is his first ever shiny in PokeMMO at 643 hours, and it was a shiny Starly in the Safari Zone, and it fled. I can't think of a worse, like, I'd rather someone like accidentally kill their first shiny than like it being a Safari shiny and it fleeing. It's just out of your control, you know? At least if you actually killed it, like you made a mistake and, you know, it sucks, but, you know, you can move on. That's brutal. That is like losing your, man, first shiny being in the Safari Zone is just so harsh. It's just so harsh. At your current encounters, you've had a 45% chance to have seen a shiny by now. Really? That actually seems so high. Huh. I've actually coin flipped it and lost already. That feels... Oh, usually I'm like, oh, you know, 100k dry. That should happen every, you know, 3 times every 100 shuns. You know, it makes sense. But now I'm starting... Now it's feeling kind of fucked up. Now I'm like, okay, well, if you think about it, you know, 15k, it's a 50-50. Really? And I always... Okay. The wet streak is coming, though, boys. Copium. 16,000 encounters. Only 16k dry, boys. This used to be a 100k stream. You changed, man. Yeah. I know. Don't worry. We'll be back to 100k dry in no time to show you guys that I can still, you know, don't worry. We'll get back to the old Patrouski fellas. You know what? I will pop my own charm. Let's do it. I don't even own a charm right now. I have to buy a charm with my RP. So let's go ahead and We're going to buy 1 shiny charm, okay? This is the final one of Team Mr. War. I'm going to pop it now. I'm going to pop it right now. We're going to heal up really quick. I think this will be an egg tick here, so I'm going to switch out these eggs in a quick sec. If it's not, then I'm just late. Okay, perfect. I knew it would be the egg tick. We're going to switch our eggs. We're going to have 1 hour of our solo charm. And we're going to try to win. Take back this 1 point lead. There's 53 minutes left, and there's a 1.1 shiny difference. I will see you guys at the trigonal spot. Yeah, this is exactly Rumel. We're talking about like a pity system in PokeMMO, and as someone who's gone 300k dry, 100k dry last hunt, like I am very much not in favor of a pity system in PokeMMO. Rumel says the problem with the pity system is that people will just 5 times hoard until dry, and then you'll egg for the higher increased chance for the rare. Exactly. So like, if you reach like 150k dry or 60k dry, whatever, you have like a percentage boost, like a 1%, 2%, 5% boost for a shiny. It just becomes better to just times 5 hoard until you go dry to get that boost and then go for an egg. And that becomes optimal, which is really scary. I'm not in favor of a pity system personally in PokeMMO. I think it's good to have like bad shunts. Does it feel bad to go dry? Yes, and that is okay. Like, it's okay to feel bad when playing a game sometimes. I know that sounds crazy, but that, like, games should be really hard to the point of feeling bad sometimes. Not all the time, not like most of the time, but like 10 to 20% of the time, maybe. It depends. You should be overcoming some sort of challenge, right? Overcoming some sort of like thing that makes you feel like shit. And then when you overcome it, it feels that much better. If you don't actually feel bad, you never really feel good, right? You have to, and the more severe the swings, the more severe the feelings. So you'll feel way worse when going dry, but you also feel way better when you break it and get that shiny. And there's no right or wrong. That system isn't like right or wrong. It's more so just the system that PokeMMO has in place. And that if you don't like that system, there are hundreds of other Pokemon games that have easier shunning systems and easier. So like, instead of asking PokeMMO, one of the only Pokemon games to have a very, very severe system to change for you, I recommend just go play a different Pokemon MMO or go play a different game. Like, there are so many Pokemon games with easy shunting odds, like the newer ones. Like, not easy, not meaning worse. I don't mean easy. It's like, oh, it's so easy. Oh, it's bad. Like, I don't mean bad. It's not bad, but it is easier, right? If you want an easier game, just go play those games. There's no reason to like mold PokeMMO to be the same as every other game when it has such a unique system, right? If you think about the pity system, not in my feelings are hurt because I went dry, but from a game balance sense, I think it's interesting because shunners would be more likely to get shinies than randos. But so I hear you say like hardcore shunners, that's fair, but it has to be Pokemon specific with a higher base shunner to make them not super common. I don't like the idea of any pity system in PokeMMO, but I get the arguments. Pokeforce is going to have a really interesting pity system, which I think will offer a really good middle ground alternative. So from my understanding, Pokeforce wants to have like a 1 out of 22,000 shiny rate, so a little bit better than PokeMMO, and it also plans to have a pity system for specific species. So if you encounter like 22,000 total Pidgeys, you'll begin to develop pity towards a shiny Pidgey. The problem with that system slash there's like positives and negatives, right? The funny thing about that system is if you just like go pretty dry at one route, let's say like you're at one route for like 44,000 encounters, right? Or like, let's say even 60K, and you're dry, you're 50%, you know, you've done like 22,000 Pidgey encounters and 22,000 Rattata encounters. The funny thing is that by the time you get those shinies, you might just get like 2 back-to-back, or kind of increase the likelihood of like repetitive shinies there, which is pretty interesting. Is that good or bad? The fact you can like build it up for a species is very interesting. We'll have to see. Did someone get a shiny? Oh my goodness. What happened? OMG, we lose, said Ninetales. What happened? What happened? Please tell me it's not a Meowth shiny. Please tell me it's not a Meowth shiny. Please tell me it's not a Meowth shiny. What happened? That gets baited? Wait, was this all bait? Bang meowed? Oh, they're just... That got baited? You guys stink. Get back to shunting, you nerds. Wait, we have a shiny? There's 6 minutes left. What team? There's 6 minutes left. No way we have a shiny. No way. There's 6 minutes left. There's 6 minutes left in the war. Is that Pikachu? Is that Team Pika? Team Meowth shiny? No, you're trolling. Please tell me it's Pikachu. Holy fuck, let's go. Does that tie it with 6 minutes? Please tell me that ties Team Meowth shiny? Wait, is it actually? Please tell me you're trolling. Please tell me you're trolling. It's Meowth? Is it actually? Interview OG about this live horsey? Bro, I gotta get my own shiny to counteract it. Oh my god. OG is too good at the game. It's not fair. God damn it. Okay, we have to... Okay. Should we just go... Wait. We go ×3 horde. There's 6 minutes left. We go ×3 horde. We go ×3 horde. It's the only way we can actually tie the... Yeah, we go ×3. It's the only way we can tie the event now. We go ×3 horde for the last 5 minutes, boys. We head over to Zangoose. There's currently 2 minutes left in Team Mr. Shiny War. There's been 101 shinies found this war. We've never found that many shinies in a week. It's a new record for Team Mr. That's crazy. Sometimes we go a full month without breaking 100. Dude, it's been the amount of like ×5 horde shinies and such, and the amount, it's been so crazy. And the motivation from Mr. War plus official war, it's been so insane, dude. What a team war. And that's it, boys. 1 p.m. GG's. Congratulations, Team Meowth. As much as I like to make fun of you and bully you for your Meow spam, you won. Okay, so salute to you, my cat soldiers. Nice work. You shunted very hard. You worked very hard. You earned it. You know, everybody got a ton of shinies. Everybody worked so hard in this war. I can only imagine if we get like a number of the total hours spent shunting, the total encounters achieved throughout the war, like it's probably so amazing. The final score, I believe it's 120 to 118. This war was decided by 2 points. That is like, it's 1 ×3 horde shiny. That's how close this war was. One of the closest wars we've ever seen, and if not the closest. Just so insane all around. Congratulations. I know there's a lot of hard work, a lot of blood, sweat, and tears from a lot of people that go into each and every one of these shiny wars. And I want to say thank you to all who participate. Thank you to all who watch. Thank you to all who hype it up and enjoy. And I think community events are such a massive part of PokeMMO and will keep the game alive far after. If the devs ever stop making updates and stop making content for whatever reason, community events like this are what allow any game to thrive and allow it to continue for longer than it ever could. So thank you to everybody who hosted, participated in any way. Thank you guys. Really thank you all for being a great community. All right, fellas, it's been an amazing stream. It's been an amazing journey, and we still have a whole nother war left to finish. We're not done. We're back at Cryogonal, boys. We have a whole nother official war. The small war is over, the Team Mr. War, right? We have a 2-month war still left to do. The big picture, fellas, okay? And that is 17,000 encounters, and that's where I'm going to end today's stream. I will see you guys back Monday, okay? No stream on Sunday. I'll have 1 day off this week, and then short stream Saturday. Thank you guys for watching. Like if you enjoyed it. Dislike if you didn't. Let me know if you have any suggestions or ways that I can improve, things you want me to check out, or things you want to talk about or see, or topics discussed in the PokeMMO community. All feedback is really appreciated, and really I take it seriously. Subscribe if you want to see daily PokeMMO videos. Follow me on Twitch if you want to see streams. Discord down below. And if you want to go above and beyond, if my guides or videos or stream recaps or whatever has been entertaining, good background content, informative, or helped your PokeMMO journey enough to warrant it, YouTube memberships, Twitch subs, Twitch primes, gifted subs, PayPal, Venmo donations. They make or break my ability to do this, and you guys allow me to do this. So thank you so much. Have a great day. I will see you guys later. Peace, Reno. Hey, thanks so much for watching until the very end of the video. That really means the world to me, and it means even more worlds to me if you go above and beyond and support my content financially like all of these lovely people have done. Thanks again for watching, and have a great day.